Hey, Master D, Jack DeSousa here, and I wanted to talk to you about smarts or genius. There's many kinds of smarts, so we probably know people that are really academic smart, book smart, high IQ. They go to Ivy League schools or just get great grades. And we know folks that are mechanically smart, that they just look at an engine and know how to fix it, or they can pretty much fix anything. They're mechanically really, really smart, and we really rely on those people a lot. Then there are people who are athletic smart, believe it or not. Like growing up, I remember Larry Bird, he didn't really have many athletic qualities. Wasn't a high jumper, wasn't a fast runner, but just a genius, just so quick in his mind. He could, or Wayne Gretzky's, that they could see 2, 3, 4 moves ahead. I mean, just, the old expression, while others are playing checkers, they're playing chess. So there's an athletic smart. I know a lot of times jocks don't get the credit for being smart, but I see it in the martial arts world, just a genius at what they do. Like just how well they stretch, how well they kick, just the things that just come naturally to them. So there's artistic smart. Someone can look at a canvas and just paint or make something out of clay or do whatever. I mean, just you got a gift for art. There's someone with common sense smart or street smart, just knows if somebody's BSing them or knows what kind of makes sense, or maybe they don't articulate the language very well, but they're very astute. It's going to be tough to get one past them. They're just street smart. And then there's people that are socially smart, like someone you'd want to give a speech at your funeral, someone who just knows the right thing to say, knows how to write a card up really well, how to, what to say in a sad situation, or what to say in a needed situation. So someone needs motivation, they know the right thing to say. Someone's mad at them, they know the right response. They're just socially smart. So I've seen, I've lived a long time and seen genius in all these different areas. So now most people are good or have a gift in one of those areas. They tend to, really, maybe they just getting good grades come easy to them. Where you and I might have to spend an hour and a half studying their 15 minutes, or maybe taking apart a lawnmower or something like that, where it might take some of us, have to go on YouTube and have to look at the instructions, and they just got it. They just have it down. So, we've seen, and there may be more to this list too that I've left out. So there's many kinds of smarts. And a lot of times people can sometimes just be born with it, or they just naturally are that way, or maybe when they were really young, they did a lot of puzzles or this and that, and then they became more mechanically smart or academically smart or whatever. So most of the time too, if someone is really good at one area, they're usually not good at another area. So we have seen people that have very, very high IQs academically, but they burn the salad. Or they'd wear a checkered shirt with striped pants or something, just like socially a nerd or inept, or mechanically inept or something like that. So, and vice versa. Mechanical people really sharp, but don't know much history or mathematics maybe, or can't articulate the language very well, or aren't athletically astute, but they're very, very sharp at fixing motorcycles, lawnmowers. I grew up with kids like that, could do that, all that, just look at an engine and know how to fix it, and is really, really smart with those things. Knew the right tool all the time to use, this and that. So that's it. So how do we make it up in those other areas? So let's say we're really got good common sense. We're just it's tough to pull the wool over us. But academically we're challenged, or we got bored with it or something. And those are where perseverance has to kick in. And you just got to kind of force yourself to work hard. There's almost nothing perseverance can't overcome. So you'll see, and one I left out, musically smart. Now that might go under artistic, but someone can just go on a piano and imagine Mozart at really, really young age, being able to put what he could put together he was a genius. He was just flat out a genius at Beethoven too. So there's not many of them since them that can do these types of things. So it's funny too, because like politics will judge somebody. Oh yeah, they're really smart. They went to an Ivy League school. Okay, they're academically smart. They could probably speak well. They can study and take in information well, but are they common sense smart? Are they socially smart? Are they, sometimes you'll see their personality isn't very socially accommodating. They're kind of plain speaking and boring, and but they're genius. But they're very, very smart academically. So all these things take practice. Take the areas that we're weak in, take attention to, and it's funny. We get on the list and grade. We could grade ourselves. Okay, I get a B in this. Okay, boy, I'm a D in this one. Okay, maybe an A- in this one, and just go through what we're weak at and see if we could chip away and challenge ourselves to get a little bit better at that and just be more broader with that. But I was getting to a point too where a lot of times politically, that person's smart, but they may not have common sense, or they may not be in the real world. And most of all, as important as smarts are, morality is key. So how are they morally wise? So all these different types of smart. So don't let them fool you. There's always areas where we can work on and get better. And, just because we listen to Hollywood people with political messages, well, they're very smart at what they do. They're acting. They're probably a genius, a lot of them, at acting and persuasion on a movie screen. But are they academically smart? Do they really know economics? Do they really know history? Do they really know, what I mean? Are they just emotional? Oftentimes artists are very emotional. They tend to do that's what makes them so good at artists, is they can cry on an instant or laugh on an instant and just be, they get a lot of feeling. And so, but sometimes we need logic in decisions, not emotion. So, do we really want to listen to all them politically, or what their opinion? Not really, we don't. Okay, so it's just one of those. Not to get into a big political thing here, but it's just one of those things where we really have to break down who knows what and what's intelligence and what most of all, probably the best one to have is common sense. Just have if you can do that and really work at improving our ability to reason, to listen more and what makes sense, and just to have common sense. That's probably the best gift of them all. I mean, so they're all wonderful gifts to have. I mean, I find myself in social situations all thumbs sometimes, so I'll get the advice of somebody else and say, hey, how do I respond to this, or how do I do that? So these, don't feel bad if you're not an expert at something, and just keep plugging ahead, and it's a daily battle in a way, but sometimes we're prodigy childs at something, and then other times we got a hole in the head. And there's a difference between an open mind and a hole in the head. So I hope this video kind of gives a little more distinction on on the many kinds of intelligence and genius that there is out there. Give me your feedback, and we'll see you on the next video.